I'm legally insane. Hidden behind those adult sized diapers, which you're going to want to be wearing right now. This is the only warning you're going to get. Hit the pause button, put your diapers on. I'm wearing mine. Extra absorbent. Men's premium brand. Because I'm about to show you some Nintendo Switch games that I recently picked up. Some of them rare, some of them hidden gems. Let's find out what I got. And I'm going to tell you why I got each of these games and why you might also be interested in some of these games. I'm a heavy Nintendo Switch game collector. This is my most collected for console. I've completed my collection on the 360 for the most part. I think I'm missing like one, maybe two games. And I'm mostly done PS3, Nintendo Wii, and Super Nintendo, which leaves me with one top dog left. I'm going heavy. I've been going heavy for 4 years on the Nintendo Switch. I really, really love the Switch. I think it is the best, one of the best consoles ever made. I'm not quite ready to say it is the best, but ask me again in a couple of years and I might tell you it is the best console ever made. All right, first up, we got Sea of Stars, but this is a very special edition, and I think that this may become a very sought after version in the future and a bit of a rare version. This is a special IM 8-bit exclusive version of Sea of Stars. Not going to find this anywhere else except from IM 8-bit's website. So there is a standard normal version, and not very many people know about this special version. What makes it special is just the fact that, I just lost some of the stickers, but it comes with a slipcover for starters. I screwed up in the assembly of my slipcover, so be very careful if you do decide to order this. I got some tears going on in the corners. I found the slipcover to be rather tricky to assemble. So either I'm an idiot, which is certainly possible, or it's more difficult than it looks. It came with a poster, and of course the game, mine is still sealed, but there's also a manual and stickers inside. So it does cost a little bit of a premium for this edition. I think it's maybe an extra $5, to be honest. And maybe it's $10 US dollars, higher than the standard edition, but I think it's worth it. It's worth it considering that if this does become a rare sought after RPG, this is the version where the money's going to be. The real money. And it's still available. It's not sold out. You can still get a copy. This is what it looks like. It's not a pre-order anymore. It's already out. It says they're still calling it a pre-order with that first image there. It's not a pre-order. It's already out. And here's everything that it comes with. You're looking at a map, double-sided poster. This is the slipcover. This is the stickers, and this is the manual. Four sticker sheets. No one cares about the stickers. Oh, and it also includes a soundtrack code. That's pretty cool. $44.99 plus shipping. That's really not a bad price for what is going to be considered one of the best RPGs of all time. Which maybe I should have mentioned that earlier. I just assumed that everyone knows about Sea of Stars. Well, if you don't know about it, it's a 16-bit style RPG with graphics similar to that of Chrono Trigger and often compared to Chrono Trigger. And even more interesting is that it takes place in the same universe as The Messenger. This is like a prequel to The Messenger, which is absolutely incredible. The Messenger is like a 16-bit style Ninja Gaiden type game, but a million times better than Ninja Gaiden. I've played The Messenger, and I just about blew my balls off. It's really good. And actually, they put even more effort into Sea of Stars. Like, this is not a rushed game. They attempted to make a masterpiece. That was their objective, and they succeeded. And same with The Messenger. They really were going for something. They weren't just trying to milk nostalgia. A lot of companies out there, they'll make these 8-bit style games, 16-bit style games. They'll make these Metroidvania games. Metroidvania games are being made. A new Metroidvania comes out every week. Okay, that's like the big thing to do nowadays, is make Metroidvanias. And a lot of them are 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit style games. But not all of them are good. A lot of them are rushed because they know it'll sell. Like, oh, just throw it out there. Somebody will buy it because that's what sells right now. But some of these companies actually are not just trying to milk you for every dime you got and bankrupting people like me. I spent all my money on Nintendo Switch games and retro games. I admit it. I'm bankrupt. I don't have any money. And when I get money, I spend the money. Every dollar that goes into my account is spent the same moment that the money has already hit my account. So it just goes in, it goes out. It's already gone. It doesn't exist. I don't have any money. I've never had any money. Because if I have money, it's already gone. That's another story, though. So Sea of Stars, I am recommending that you guys pick this one up. Check it out. I think it's going to go down as one of the all-time greats. I mean, look at Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is one of the all-time greats. And look at, Chrono Trigger sold really well. It's not like Chrono Trigger didn't sell. And look at the price of Chrono Trigger. Have you looked at the price? Have you looked? Not only did they have Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo, and that one's worth a fortune. Well, then they re-released it on the DS, and that one's worth a fortune now. Let's pull up the chart on that one. Oh, let's pull up the chart on both of them, actually. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen to Sea of Stars, but I just want you to see this chart anyway. So let's switch over to USD, because most of my customers, or most of my viewers, are going to be USD, American-based. So you're looking at loose price, just the cart, $224. Holy frig. Yeah, loose cart. Over 200. Let's just say roughly over 200 easy. Plus taxes, plus shipping. CIB will cost you an arm and a leg. Don't even look at CIB. Look, here's one that sold excellent condition, near mint condition. 1,200, what is that, Canadian or US? 1,200 US dollars. Let's switch that to Canadian. What the hell is that? What's that? I need to switch my brain over here. Almost $2,000. After your taxes, $2,000. What was the shipping on that? Did you have to pay shipping on top of that? And now look at Chrono Trigger for the DS. US dollars here. Loose price goes for about $75. And complete in box, $100 US. But more importantly, and I forgot to mention this earlier, look at the trend on that chart. This thing has just been trending up with no sign of stopping. And it's not a rare game. That's what I'm trying to point out. It's not a rare game. Just saying, Sea of Stars has potential. It's either going to be really common or highly sought after in the future, and therefore quite rare, because demand will outweigh supply. And on top of that, why wouldn't you want the deluxe version for one of the best games ever made? It's very rare that I will get a deluxe version of anything or a collector's edition of anything. But for certain games, if I'm really passionate about the game, I will pay the extra. Or of course, if it comes with something really cool, then I'll definitely consider it. Like, I almost got the Gargoyles limited edition, collector edition for Gargoyles, because it came with a giant action figure of Goliath. But I backed off because I just could not justify spending that money. Next up, I have another interesting game that is a little bit on the rare side. I think that this will become a highly sought after rare game in the future. And to the untrained eye, I already know what you're saying. You're saying, well, that game sucks. And also, I saw that game on the PS4 and it's worthless. Well, maybe you should look a little closer. Maybe you should adjust your glasses a little bit. Have you gotten your eyes checked recently? Because this is the deluxe version. And on top of that, are you aware that this game has been 100% delisted from all digital platforms and that is it's never coming back ever again? Are you also aware that the game had very disappointing sales? Are you aware that they didn't print 10 million copies like Call of Duty? Are you also aware that the Nintendo Switch version says Deluxe Edition and that this is a Nintendo Switch exclusive and that has DLC on it? Not only does it have DLC, but it also has all previous content updates. I don't know what the updates were, but any patches and or balancing fixes are in this version and not your garbage, complete trash, completely worthless PS4 version copy. And if you have a PS4 version, might I recommend you put it into the nearest trash can. If there's a trash bin near you, please go ahead, hit the pause button, go ahead, throw it in the trash bin. Because your version sucks. But this version is the definitive version to play. And you can only ever, if you ever want to play this game, you can only get it physically. This is a fighting game. I should have mentioned that earlier. This is an anime fighting game. It's not known for being good. Okay? Some people will tell you it's one of the worst games ever made. They're not necessarily wrong. It did, I will say, it got average reviews at the time of release. But as we all know, it's a lot of these so-called professional reviewers, they do get it wrong. They're often wrong. So meaning maybe in this case, they may have given it average reviews, but it's not worth average reviews. Maybe. We'll see what the market decides in the future. Another reason why this will never come out again is because there's a lot of different franchises that have been enlisted to create this game. More than I even know. There's anime characters in here that I don't even know. What I do know is there's Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball Z right on the cover. I also know that there's Yu-Gi-Oh! In here, which is really the main reason why I got the game. I just wanted to play as Yugi. I think you can also be Kaiba. Okay, so here's an actual character list, or the starting of a character list. You got Black Clover, Bleach. Oh, that's really cool. My Hero Academia, Naruto, One Piece, Boruto. Oh, you can be a Boruto? I didn't realize that. Okay, some of these characters are DLC though, because this game only comes with Character Pass Season 1, Character Pass number 1, but I think there was actually a Character Pass 2 and 3. Do not quote me on that, but those are lost forever. If I am correct, those are gone forever because you can't get the game digitally anymore, and the Nintendo Switch version does not have all of the character passes. There's One Piece, there's City Hunter, Dragon Ball, Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Piccolo, Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, which is DLC, Saint Seiya, Dragon Quest, I don't know what that is. Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai. Oh man, that's cool. Fist of the North Star, Hunter XX, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Yu Hakusho, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Death Note. Oh, non-playable character, Death Note. So I picked this game up. I paid $40 Canadian for it. This is actually my second copy. It sells on eBay with shipping. If you want a CIB copy here in Canada, you're going to have to purchase it from an American, and you're going to end up paying about $85 anyway. So my initial plan is to resell this at some point. And when that is, I don't know. Basically, I can resell it right now and sell it for a profit, or I can hold on to it for a couple of years and see what happens. Next up, I picked up Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time a while back, and this is a 4-player party game. Although, I have a hard time calling it a party game. It's perhaps more of a fun 4-player co-op game. A party game and a co-op game are a little bit different. Party game is like one and done, pick up and play, pass the controller. That's not what this is. There's a campaign. Okay, so it doesn't quite fit the bill for party game, but if you had a crew of 4 people and you get together regularly, you could add this in to a party game once a week type of scenario. Better played with family if you have kids, wife and kids, brothers, sisters. Buy it for your kids and they can play it with their brothers and sisters. That type of thing might suit a little bit better. But it's fun and hilarious anyway. All 4 of you are driving a ship. You will be picking up power-ups. You have objectives. It is level-based. Levels are randomly generated. They're never going to be the same. The game does get progressively more difficult as you pass. And the boss battles are actually the funnest part. There are bosses at the end of every world. That is the best part. I found that it did get a little bit repetitive, although they tried to mix it up by constantly introducing new weapons and new power-ups. So everyone will be doing a different position and you can switch positions. You're all crew members of this circular ship that you're flying around. So somebody's driving. There's 2 people that can man different turrets and guns, and 1 person can man the shield. Because you also have to be constantly blocking things and unlimited options in terms of you can constantly be changing what kind of engine you want, what kind of weapons you want, what kind of shield you want, advantages, disadvantages, all different options. And you can switch it up. You can say, okay, I don't want to use this laser gun anymore. Guys, we need to switch the weapon. Switch it to this weapon. Guys, I need shield power over here. Get somebody on engine. Constantly be yelling at each other. That's what makes a good, fun co-op game. It's an all-time classic. I mean, just look up the reviews. You don't need to take my word for it. This is a classic. If you're looking for a fun co-op game, that's one I'm recommending you look into. I picked it up for a reason, and I'm very happy with the pickup, and I actually played it. I got pretty far. I played it at a game night party. Luckily, there was only 4 of us, so we didn't have to worry about passing the controller. That's why I say it's not really a party game per se, but it can be played at a party if you've only got 4 people at the party. I also recently picked up the Arcade Classics collection from Konami. And I will admit, this was an impulse buy to a certain extent. Because I have mixed feelings about this game. And I knew that going into it. When I bought this game, I seriously debated not doing it. It's not that I don't like the games on here. So on here, this is a shoot 'em up collection. Mostly shoot 'em up collection of old Konami arcade games. You got Life Force, which is Salamander. You got Typhoon, don't know what that is, don't care. Nemesis, which is Gradius. Vulcan Venture, which is Gradius number 2. Those are the 2 main ones that I wanted. Oh, and Life Force. Arcade editions, 2-player co-op. There's also Haunted Castle, which is the arcade version of Castlevania, is my understanding. I played that back in the day as well. I played it on a tabletop arcade at the bowling alley. It's okay game. It's okay. Quinby, I really don't like that game. Scramble, don't know what it is, don't care. And lastly, there's a game called Thundercross. Looks kind of cool. I don't know anything about it. That's why I say this is kind of an impulse buy. I was going through a shoot 'em up phase at the time. I was getting heavy into shooters. I was craving some shooters. And I saw how awesome the arcade versions of Life Force and the Gradius games were looking. I wanted to play them on 2-player. You get the modernized features, which I would imagine is save states, rewind, etc. And I just said I bought it. I bought it. It's not that I don't like the games. To be honest, I don't like the price. I'm a little bit upset that they didn't add more games. I thought it was a bit of a ripoff, especially because I'm not actually interested in most of the games on here. But that said, the games that I am interested in are fun as hell. and I want to play them on 2-player co-op. That's why I got it. I got it to play it with a friend, and I was going through that shoot 'em up phase at the time. In fact, this is sealed. I am now going to open this live on camera. Because I'm actually curious if there's a manual inside. Now, Konami is usually pretty good for releasing high-quality Switch titles. So I'm going to be really pissed off if there is not a manual. Okay, there is a manual. Thank goodness. Oh, it even smells good. I can smell it from here. That new manual and new Switch game smell. Oh, it's good. Oh, man. Oh, I gotta get another one. Man, that's good stuff. Oh, look at this. Oh, it even tells you the release dates. Gradius, 1985. Life Force, 1986. Life Force Salamander is a spin-off of Gradius that mixed horizontal and vertical scrolling stages. The Bacterian cluster's salamander arm has attacked the aquatic planet Latus as part of their ongoing invasion. Receiving a distress call, Hyperspace Fighter Vic Viper. That's an 80s name right there. Vic Viper sets forth from Gradius once more to join the battle. I didn't even know Life Force was a Gradius spinoff. Typhoon, 1987. Haunted Castle. Haunted Castle. What year was that? 1988. Based upon the popularity of Castlevania on the NES. I knew it. Haunted Castle was released as an arcade version of the game with various upgrades. Yeah, because I played it in the arcade. I knew that. And I only knew that, like, I'm going on memory here. I didn't do any research on this. The story depicts the quest of Simon, descendant of the Belmont clan and heir to the Viper Killer Whip. Vampire Killer Whip. He sets out to destroy Count Dracula, who has risen from his slumber and kidnapped his bride, Serena. You son of a bitch. Villain Venture, 1988. Oh, there's more games on here. I didn't know that. Thundercross, 1988. That's it. Very cool game. I'm very happy with these pickups. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment below. I'm trying to get to over 9,000 subscribers, on my way to collecting over 9,000 retro video games. And if you want to see more videos like this, showing off some interesting and unique Nintendo Switch gems, let me know.